The problem is most of us will make content with no strategy. We just make, spray and pray. Most of you guys are guilty of that. So you don't know what their pain points and challenges are. You're making content that might be valuable to someone, but it's not with a good strategy. So today, I'm gonna try to do that trifecta, or at least hit that thing where you can create content that's aligned with what you do, that establishes your expertise, and also creates opportunities for you. So I'm gonna show you the roadmap on my content to clients blueprint. This is your ideal client profile, your ICP. We struggled mightily through 2 sessions to come up with your ICP. Assuming you know how to do that, if you don't, just ask ChatGPT how to create an ICP. And then ask it to ask you questions, yes? And then fill it out and see if it comes up with something good, okay? So what we wanna do is we wanna make a bunch of pieces of content that every once in a while creates interest or agitates a problem, so there's a call to action. So here's how we would do something like this. Take a diagnostic quiz, find out what's really holding your business back. So for him, it would be find out what's really holding your growth on Instagram back. Because his profile wants to grow on Instagram. Or why your Facebook ads are failing. Right? As soon as you hear that, you're like, wow, I'm going to learn something. So these are just sample versions of a quiz that you can ask them to take. The reason why we ask people to take a quiz is because not everyone who consumes our content is qualified as needing our services. And what we have to do is we have to separate the potential people versus just general interest. Even if you have 1,000 or 2,000 followers on Instagram, we know not 100% of those 2,000 followers are potential buyers of your stuff. Nothing wrong with that. Love you for following me, love you for engaging, but you're not my customer, and that's totally cool. When I do something, I want it to be for my customer, okay? Because they're gonna buy or not. So another form of the diagnostic quiz is discover your biggest growth blocker about whatever and how to fix it. So who here has a growth blocker? What do you do?
I do product design, but specifically in design systems.
Ooh, that sounds so complicated. Make it simple for a 5th grader like myself to understand.
I try to make it easy for companies to understand what color palettes to use, the typography, fonts to use, without it being so scattered across their website.
If I were to make a piece of content to attract you, what would this headline have to read? Discover your biggest growth blocker to what?
Scale your business within the website that
Okay.
you want, make it more visually attractive.
No. If I'm not trying to attract you as a coach, what would I have to say to you for you're like, Chris, get me in your program right now?
Getting your audience to look at your profile as much as you can.
Okay. That's not bad. It could use stronger language.
Yeah.
So if I were, what's your name, Chantel? If I was trying to attract Chantel into my program, which I don't have one, I would say, discover your biggest growth blocker to attracting the dream advertising clients or something like that. And you're like, what? And how to fix it. Mm-hmm. So the more specific I can get the language where you say, that's me, it works. Everybody understand that? So here's another example. Take this 60-second assessment to see what stage you're in and what to do next. So all businesses are in different stages. Maybe you're kind of early freelance, or you're like late stage freelance, or you're an entrepreneur or something. We would create that for you. Yeah? So people love taking diagnostic quizzes because it's all about you. I mean, anybody take the Myers-Briggs test? Basically, it takes like 30 minutes. At some point, it becomes really painful. Like, God dang it, how many ways you want to ask me if I don't like people or not? I do not like people. Stay away from people. Clearly, I'm an I. Yes? Okay. So we love taking those kinds of quizzes, especially if the result is illuminating to us. Okay? So what you do is you make content that says, would you like to find out what's really holding your business back? Take this quiz, okay? And in the quiz, it's going to give them an assessment, but it's also going to help you figure out, are they good for you or not? So the quiz is a filter. Everybody understand the concept? This is like the Goldilocks and the 3 bears. Is it Goldilocks? Yes? Is it Goldilocks? Yeah. The porridge is too hot, it's too cold, and just right. So too hot, too cold, well, so hot is yes, right? Perfect. Let's get on a call, jump on a webinar. I want to invite you to this other program. So that's how you separate them. The no's are really straightforward. You can't afford me. What you want, I can't deliver. And your timeline is too long. Let's just say whatever the criteria is. And then you send them a resource. And the resource is what to do so that eventually you can become a yes. That makes sense, yes? So if they're stuck on like business basics and you teach advanced strategies, we'll teach them the business basics. The key here is this is repeatable, scalable, infinitely. So it's got to be a digital thing. It could be a Loom recording. It could be a PDF. It could be a template, a resource, something that they would find to be valuable that would then get them back into the cycle. When they take the test again in 3, 6, 9 months, they're like, wow, I'm moving to maybe now, from a no to maybe, okay? The maybes are a little tricky. The maybes in sales waste all your time. So what we want to do, instead of jumping on a call with all the maybes, is to send them probably a multi-day email sequence to slowly nurture them, or a multi-week or multi-month sequence, all right? So what you can do is you can teach them a small lesson across time, say, we're not a perfect fit yet. Here's what we're going to do, okay? I'm going to give you some resources over time. So then the no's become maybes and the maybes become yes. So no normally is no. Remember, this is scalable. It needs to be scalable. That's a critical component to this. So it's usually digital, almost always, so that eventually in 3 to 6 months, they become maybes. And maybes, over time, some interval, we're slowly building a relationship with them, okay? The obvious thing that you're probably thinking is, do no's always become maybes? No. There's a reason why they're no. They're just dead end. They're stuck. They'll never get out of their own way. We know people like this. Some of them are related to us, okay? We move some of them to the maybes, and then some of the maybes become yeses. You follow so far? Okay. So what we want to do is we want to create content that gets your potential buyer to say, that's me. You're speaking my language. You're pointing out the things that I would think, okay? This is a critical part. So the test is always, if they say, that's me. Okay, now, I want you all to do this. Travel in your mind for a second to the last 3 to 5 posts you've done. Be honest with yourself here. Have you ever once created a piece of content without would elicit a that's me from your core buyer, from your core audience? Let's be honest. Because if you say yes, I'm going to look at your feed. You have. Yeah. Show me.
I just posted it.
Well, pull it up.
I've always been a slashy. I just didn't have a word for it. So instead of trying to niche down or focus on one thing, I leaned into my slashiness. And my mom still doesn't know how to explain what I do, but that's okay. And then it tells you to go to AdobeMAX to watch my talk.
Is anybody here slashy? Uniform Zoolander, actor, model, ///.
Exactly.
My joke to that is if you're a slasher, you're a serial killer.
I mean, yes, I'm
You're
giving
slashing
that
your
too.
way.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. I want you to describe their stuck moment. When are they stuck? So the example here is it's 11 p.m. and they're rewriting the same email. That's their stuck moment, right? Okay. So describe their stuck moment.
Like they have multiple things that they're always doing, and they don't know how to make a career or life with all of those skills.
Okay. Is that what they're saying in their head?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think. That's what I said to myself.
Well, who's a slasher over here? You're a slasher. When do you experience that same stuck moment?
I mean, in all honesty, in those moments, I think I'm like, maybe I should just give up everything and just start from scratch.
Maybe give up. Start over. Okay, what else? Anything else? Any other slashers in here?
What I would say out loud was, damn, you're talented. Now, you just need to find someone to pay you for one of those talents.
Perfect. Stop there. I'm talented. Just need someone to pay me. What we're trying to do is there's a bunch of prompts here. We're trying to find each person in a stuck moment. Here's some things that they say. We got that part? Okay? So their stuck moment, what they say out loud, what they think privately is maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I want to give up. We can expand on that. What other things might they say?
Maybe I should go back to school.
Perfect. Go back to school. I'm smart. I'll think this through. There's some paralysis going on there. The world's not fair. Okay, fine. What do they think the problem is? That's wrong.
There's not enough jobs.
That's a good one. What else?
People don't get it. That's a good one. She said people don't get it. That's a good one. Yeah.
The
Too far
market's too
ahead.
saturated.
Market saturated?
AI would take my job at some point.
That's such a good one. That is so relevant right now.
Okay, AI will take my job.
Overthinking.
Taking action, making a decision. Let me just quickly recap, everybody. What we're trying to do is create content that highlights a problem in the voice and attitude and opinions of the people we're trying to attract, such that by consuming some of the content, they say to themselves out loud or in their own mind, that's me. I feel so seen right now. If you can do that, you can move them towards the solution, okay? So the example here on the paper is, it's 11 o'clock at night, and they're rewriting the same email. and they say to themselves, I've tried everything. And they think to themselves, I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not good enough, right? And they say to themselves, I just need more followers. What the real problem is, they don't know how to communicate their value. The emotion behind it is frustration, leading to self-doubt. Follow so far? If it continues, they burn out. What they wish someone told them is, you're not crazy. It's just your strategy that's off. So the real problem is they're not taking action. They're not being decisive. What else is the problem? They are generalists. Isn't the solution to be a specialist? That would be my answer. And I can argue for that all day long. But maybe you and the slashies have a different point of view. The real problem is find your one thing. As a generalist trying to get an opportunity, what is your feeling?
I think the feeling maybe is confusion.
You feel confused? Is there a stronger emotion?
Yeah, I guess like, this sounds so dramatic, but like, I guess some level of despair.
Despair? That's a good word. Do you feel bitter?
I wouldn't say bitter.
Okay, not yet. You're still young.
There's time.
Sorry. I take shots every time I can get them.
As you
Anything
should.
else?
I think it's going to be a lot of the same types of words, like, hopeless.
Hopeless. Okay, perfect. If it continues this way, nothing changes, what happens?
I guess you either stay, like, in my mind, I'm like, I stay at this job that I don't like, and I'm unfulfilled.
What's the more extreme? Keep going down the logic, the timeline.
Oh, okay. I'm unfulfilled, and then I get so bitter that I start hating design.
There you go. You hate what you used to love.
Yes.
You might become bitter.
Maybe.
Yeah.
At that point,
because
yes.
before hate is bitterness, I believe. Maybe there's some anger in there. And
Yeah.
you might start phoning it in at work.
True.
Some of your content could be, have you lost the passion for what you do? And you're starting to phone it in. Take this quiz to find out if you're, something like that. Yes? So now the content's going to ring with all the slashies out there. All the specialists are just counting their money anyways. They're like, this is not for me. All right? So now comes the truth. This is where the rubber meets the road. What they wish someone told them. This is the knowledge, the expertise that you have. I think if you just package all of your greatness into something easier for people to understand, you have better opportunities. How do you
That
feel
too.
about that?
That resonates with me, yeah.
See the way she said that? She didn't go high pitch on me.
I mean,
She went lower register.
it's real hard to do this like real
Ain't
quick.
it is, even when it's not your thing. So we're not going to ask her to change. We're just going to package it differently.
Yeah.
I think she can hear that. So
Great. That's great.
It's not this. It's the packaging. It's not you. It's the packaging. Or positioning or something like that. And that's what I have a 7-step program to teach you how to package yourself so they're chasing you down. And that's really what everybody wants. We want to be understood, appreciated, and a plan to get us out from A to B. So there's just a little A to B in here, and we're good. Okay? Now, you know what the irony of it is? I didn't mean to trick you. I just do it all the time, naturally. The solution is for you to pretend to be a specialist. So all of you slashies, there's nothing wrong with you. You just have to pretend to be a specialist.
Okay.
For all you specialists, just keep doing what you're doing. You don't have to pretend at all. So now what you want to do is you want to start writing a powerful empathy-based hook. So the way it works, here's the example. You know that moment when you're questioning your life decisions, you're searching for a job, you get stuck writing your profile on LinkedIn, you don't know what to write because you want it to be perfect and this is not perfect. Whatever it is, that would lead you. Or if you've ever experienced this thing that we already know what you feel, right? Or most of this type of client, job seekers who are slashies, my fellow slashies, think this and then write your line. I want to say this. I know it's really weird for me to say this at AdobeMAX. This is like a visual audience, yeah? They make visual tools. An overlooked skill of the 21st century is writing, because words shape worlds. So your ability to craft language will determine how people understand you, or if they think you understand them, but it also open doors in your mind or close doors. So language is very, very powerful, more powerful than we think. All of your experiences, all your memories are locked away with words. So it's so weird for me to say this at a visual, like Adobe Visual Conference here, but your words really do matter. That's why I do battle with people about their words.